Hello everyone, it is time for another edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of, I didn't think of anything in advance, a whole lot of smushy. Nobody's gonna understand what that is. I got, here, where in the past where I am recording this from, you won't see it in where you are, but in the past where I'm recording this from, it's still middle of October. The one thing they sell a lot of in the middle of October is black cat, stuffed black cats. So I got a stuffed black cat sitting just a few feet from me. The way he's sitting on the end of the thing, he's turned around looking the other way, which is just as fine because it might spook me out. Looks a little bit, not kind of sorta, but kind of sorta like the cat I just lost a couple months ago. So what are we doing? We are that's another story which I'll get into about Smushy. Why he's called Smushy, I'll talk about it after we get started here. We are going back to the career. And as I remember, I had some unfinished business. I was goofing around and didn't finish this race. I was going to do GT next, right? I think I was going to do GT next. And I failed to qualify. I had to finish first in the event. I got all the upgrades, but I didn't finish first. It's 3 rounds. And I remember I got bumped around a lot at the beginning and didn't take it seriously. I won the first race and then got stuck in the back. So let's go do it. Yeah, the details are, well, here. The way it works is if you come in, it's like they start you in the middle of the pack on the first race of the event, but then the 2 subsequent ones depend on your position, your standing in the event. So if I win the first race, I start in last place. And then if I get far enough up that I'm still in first place in the event, then they start me in last place again. So they try to hurt you. So let's select it. Oh, why did it not let me choose the vehicle? I was gonna make sure I had all the upgrades. Did I forget? Did I hit the wrong button? Anyway, I believe it's gonna be the vehicle they showed me. I believe I upgraded the one that... If I don't have the one that I upgraded, I'm gonna be a little annoyed. Alfa Romeo, I think that's the one I should have. We'll find out when I get to the line if it has my livery. No, it doesn't have my livery. Okay, that's it. I'm exiting. I'm quitting. Do I have to use a different vehicle? Maybe that's why I lost, because I didn't have the one that... Did I pick the wrong event? Oh, and they take you back to here always. Oh, it drives me crazy. No, not rookie. Semi-pro. Touring. Super Tours, Event 2. Super Tours Final. Event details. Okay, in these other races, I swear, Super Tours. These are Super Tours. I'm gonna go into this one to see if it's got... Okay, now it's letting me select. And it's the Ford Falcon that I upgraded. Yeah, Alfa Romeo is not... Is there a different Super Tours? Do I have to upgrade a whole different car? let me see what the car was, because it doesn't tell you here what car you're going to use. It's the Super Tours Finale, which should be the same. It's not the Heritage. It's the Super Tours. Circuit Racing Super Tours. Super Tours, okay. And if I select this one, event detail, Super Tours. So, this game drives me crazy, I'm telling you. Oh, and I forgot to start my timer, too. So I gotta add 5 minutes or something. Come down here, Super Tours, Event 2, and then Event Finale. I'll say Super Tours. And if I select this, it gives me the option between the Chevy, the Ford, and the Holden. But if I select this, it doesn't give me an option. These aren't Heritage, unless this is supposed to be Heritage. They just messed it up. Unless I select the wrong one. Okay, Super Tours, Circuit Racing, 3 rounds, event details. Oh, did they switch? They switched cars on me when I selected that. No, wait. When I switched, did it ask me now? Now it's asking me. Am I doing the right one? Is this the 3 event one? Or did I select the wrong one? What happened? Maybe I accidentally selected the Heritage last time. Okay, I'm in the Ford. Finish the event in first place. Super Tours Finale. I must have picked the wrong one. Clearly, I did something wrong. It couldn't be the game. The game is flawless, he said sarcastically. And if my voice sounds all congested, it's because I just took my allergy pills a little bit ago. It is a Saturday afternoon. I take my pills at noon. Okay, so I think I've got it together. And this vehicle is fully upgraded. And the game sounds are really loud in my ear. I need to turn that down. Okay, and they start me in like 11th place. Ouch. As they do. And this car should be fully upgraded. Like even level 3 upgrades. Oh my goodness. Oh, are they so aggressive? Yeah, I'm starting this over again. I gotta keep restarting, I'm sorry, but they're super aggressive here. I'm gonna also verify my options. Difficulty. Okay, I have it on hard. Damage level full. Terminal damage enabled. Hard. Flashbacks disabled. Semi-automatic. Clutch override enabled. Camera position any. Who cares? I think the other option is just whatever. Cockpit only. Racing line on because I suck and I don't know the courses. 1x career length, and then all of these are moderate. And counter steer assistance on drift mode. I don't know. Maybe I should turn that off and do another drift contest. Just to see. Okay. Back and start the race. I was able to beat this on hard. easily. So far, all the way through rookie, and now semi-pro. Maybe I do need to lower the difficulty in semi-pro, just in general. But I got a lot of, I mean, I did beat some of these cars easily, and then some of the vehicles I had to turn the difficulty level down. So I seem to remember that last time. If you're watching on YouTube and you're watching these in order and you're thinking you can't remember from one episode to the next, that was just yesterday, man. It wasn't yesterday for me. This is the start of a new stream, and I play three YouTube episodes worth on the weekend, and so this is the start of a brand new stream. I'm going to play 3 episodes, which of course means that I am not in good form yet. No practice. I knew he was going to slam on his brakes. Even though the line was green, he was going to slam on his brakes. Because the line lies, basically. If I knew the course better, turning off the line would actually allow me to know the braking points easier, because the line often lies. Okay, now if I finish in 4th place on the first event, that's actually not so bad, because then I won't start at the very back in the next event. But better to get the points, probably, since the difference in times between starting 22nd and starting, nicely avoided that, 18th is probably not worth the loss of points in the first race. Oh, yeah, I'm driving pretty bad. Pretty bad, Lee. You know what I'm saying, Lee? Pretty bad. This last lap, if I was driving a little better, I could have him in sight. I do have a feeling, though, I may end up having to turn the difficulty down to finish this playthrough. Well, oh, that was terribly done. Terribly done. Really missed my braking point. Slow down before, accelerate through. Well, if I finish in 3rd place every race, I'll be fine. The problem is I started in 10th in this race. Did I beat him to the line? No. I have to finish. Well, what I said in the past is I will attempt an event twice. If I don't win it after 2 attempts, I will turn the difficulty level down, the AI difficulty. So I got, how many points did I get? I'm down by 10 points. And I'm moving up 2 in the thing, so. And these guys, fortunately, are not going to threaten to win the next race. Because the AI don't work like that. The AI is pretty forgiving. It doesn't have a list of like 2 or 3 people that are always going to compete for 1st place. So that if you don't finish, you don't need to have a 1st place and a 2nd place to win an event. Just to keep up with a particular AI driver. They'll shift it at random and someone else will win. Who knows where these guys will finish. Hopefully, I will not have to worry about turning the difficulty level down, because that's kind of embarrassing. I had to restart that race, as it is. I thought the difference between the rookie and the semi-pro was basically just the level of car. But if the AI also gets harder, may have to turn it down. There will be no drift. I am going to skip that category. I tried to play drift in the challenge, and it was embarrassing. I'll try to play drift in the semi-pro challenge as well. But there will be no drift. And there will be no sponsorship or sponsor money. How am I trying to say? In the challenges, who did I hit? Somebody must have hit me, because I got the flash before I even ran into that guy. Oh no, oh, he hit me, oh, he's hitting me. Oh. If they do me dirty, I have to restart. I was only gonna restart if they did me dirty in the first turn, but I can't afford to do that now. I think I'm gonna have to turn the difficulty level down one level. It's very upsetting. But yes, there are events and the challenges that are by a particular sponsor. You get sponsors in this game. You can choose someone to sponsor you. And the sponsors have certain criteria so that they will sponsor you. And if you meet their criteria, like you get so many cheat passes, or, so many. It's stupid stuff usually. How many eliminations did you survive? That kind of thing. But some of those things are broken. And so some of the sponsors, you can't meet their criteria because it's broken in the game, apparently. Because I've counted, and no, it didn't give me credit for them. And since the sponsors are broken, some of them you can do, but a lot of them are broken. I decided I'm not going to do any of the sponsor races. I'm not going to pick and choose. So that's good, because then I don't have to worry about sponsors. That is a weird part of the game. Some of the sponsors want you to beat a particular driver, but you don't know what driver it is you're supposed to be beating until the race actually starts. So you have to go into the race, find out who. You have to look at the sponsor, then go into the race and see if that driver is not in your race, then you're not going to need points for that sponsor. So then you back out and pick another one. Basically, you can't select a sponsor if it's based on a particular driver you have to beat. You have to kind of go into each race, look at the field, try to remember who's in the field, take a screenshot of who's in the field, and then go pick a sponsor where that particular person is in the field. Because it isn't necessarily the purple one. I found that out the hard way. The purple one is supposed to be your rival, but you're not necessarily don't necessarily have a sponsor to beat that person, even though they're shown as your rival. The purple one is your rival. Unless I'm missing something, maybe your rival has always got a sponsor. Is always the person you have to beat, so maybe the rival in any race is always there's a sponsor for it. But it's like makes the game so much harder to just. It's not an easy game to complete. The career mode is kind of messed up that way, and but the career mode has got the longest playthrough, because the story mode not only does it, the storyline is obnoxious and makes you want to hurl, but it's short. It's only like 30 races for the entire career mode, or for the story mode. So I'm doing the career mode, but it's not going to be 100% playthrough of the career mode, unfortunately, because of some of the nonsenses in the game. It's going to be it's going to be. I'm trying to keep from getting smashed while I'm. Track limit exceeded. Okay, well they don't keep it. They don't. Final lap. So certain things are broken. The sponsors are broken, so I can't do the sponsored races. The sponsors are broken. Not as much thought was put into the career mode. Yeah, is that my mic or is that my own sitting kind of funny? That's not my mic. I think it might be my mic. That keeps up. I'll have to either unplug and replug the mic or just unplug it, put it on the wire so it doesn't start doing that. But I think it might be the engine sounds. I can't really tell. The car does seem harder to handle. I might have to just turn some of the handling options up, which I would rather not do, but I think they also count on you. I mean, the career mode is really easy to beat, or the story mode is really easy to beat, for one thing. It's got a terrible story to it. And I think they kind of count on you going through the story mode, because some of these races you can't qualify for unless you get so many miles in, for example, in that particular car, right? Because you can't get through the race until you've driven enough miles in that car to upgrade it at least once, because you need to drive miles to be eligible to upgrade it. Well, a third and a fourth, that might be good enough. Well, if you do just the career mode races, you can't get enough miles. So you have to do a different race outside of career mode. Either redo a career mode race that you've already finished first in, or do a race, a custom race, which can give you miles towards the car that you can use in career mode. So yeah, it's not a smooth career, and I have a lot of fun playing the game, but it's kind of messed up. They put way too much money into the story mode, paying the actors and stuff. Okay, finish in fourth. I would have won that event, but I still got to push it. I'm only 1 point ahead of Rick Scott. And where did Rick Scott finish in the race? See, he won the first event, and he finished 10th this event. That's what I'm talking about. And his partner, Seashed Burkett, he finished even lower down. And these were 1 and 2 after the first race. So he's even farther down. So yeah, you can see here he won. The difference is 25, so he won that event. He's only got 26 total, and only got 1 point this race. But this person won this, or got 25 points, won the first race, and then this person won this race but got no points in the first race. But see what I'm saying? It's like if you're consistent, you're gonna win, because you've got no 1 or 2 people that are competing with you. So it's like they pick somebody at random. The better they do in the first race, the more of a handicap they have in the second race. They don't overcome that handicap just because they won the first race. Anyway, we'll see if I can survive this. But if I don't, and I have to come in first, I'm not obsessed with coming in first. It's just that that's to meet the criteria of the race. I am obsessed about meeting the race criteria. Hold on. There's my mic. Hold on.
excited? I know, what are your thoughts?
Looks to be a heated race ahead. It's really close between some teams. So, grab your popcorn and get ready for a battle.
Well, not long to wait.
Okay, hopefully that will be a little better. Let me reset my party chat though. There is still a bug on the Xbox Twitch app where, unless you set a party chat, you can't. Everything, and you think it's just your voice, but it's actually all game sounds go all warbly. But it sounds good, and hopefully plugged in I won't get the crackling, because it's static electricity or something stupid like that. Alright, I am going to continue event standings. I am in first place, barely. So I have to finish ahead of Rick Scott or Naomi if one of these two are picked, or this guy are picked to win it. But it's quite likely that somebody way down here will be picked to win it, because they'll start the race ahead of me. So if I can just move up a few places, I will likely win the event. But if I finish on the podium, I'll certainly win the event. It's reverse starting order based on not your last race, but based on your position in the event standings, which is not how most races are, but you know, it's a competitive, keep the game exciting kind of mode. Oh, I set the thing on so my partner will get out of the way. Oh, somebody was saying, Howie Buster said you can flash your lights in this game and someone will pull over if they are in a position where they would normally be blue flagged because like you're lapping them, they'll pull over. I think he was talking about this game, but I don't even know how to flash the headlights. I don't even know if there's a button for that. So he may have been talking about a different game. Oh, unclear. I talk about a lot of games and a lot of stuff, and I don't check my chat until the race is over, because my chat is not right in front of me. My chat is down at my side. Oh, yeah, bad angle on that. And then I got hit, as you could see. He hit me, and I became a rival. The fact that I got a rival, that's one cool thing that they have in the game here, that Grid's always had. You get a rival, and your rival then gets like a speed boost, and they become more aggressive. And you get an rival by hitting someone, or not a rival, a nemesis, that's what it's called. A rival is something else. Every race they pick one person that's going to be a rival, and they show up in purple. Your nemesis shows up in red. You get a nemesis. And it was pretty clear that time that I'm not the one that hit him, that he was the one that hit me, because I obviously got knocked into the wall. Well, it may not be obvious to you, I got knocked into it. But as proof, I can offer up that I was knocked into the wall and didn't voluntarily go into the wall, because I got a rival, and I obviously didn't hit anything. Well, that guy did that. The only thing I hit in that exchange was the wall, but he hit me. Yeah, I see the rival tried to hit me. You know, somebody hit me, and it was, I collided with somebody to get the rival, and I obviously didn't run into anything in front of me, so it must have been that somebody ran in the back of me, and that is what happened, which as the driver I can tell whether I got knocked around or I just didn't take the turn right. think I might turn up the handling, which is going to slow me down a little bit. But it'll make the cars easier to handle as I move up into these faster cars. So I don't know. I raced a little bit before I started the Let's Play, including going through the story mode, which was why I decided not to do the story mode. I don't know if 10th place is going to be high enough for me to win this overall. I have a feeling it's not. Oh, no! You get out of my way. I don't know if 6th place is going to be high enough either. I think I'm going to have to get a podium finish or nothing. He was on the side of the road. I thought he might slide off in the middle. You can see I am faster than a lot of the cars. It's my lack of skill along with their aggressiveness that really... I think what they expect you to do is play with flashbacks on, which I just refuse to do. Because some of the upgrades are, oh, you can turn off, you can get an extra flashback. That way if they, if they screw you over one extra time, you get to rewind time. Flashbacks is you hit a button and you rewind time. You can go back and take that turn again and avoid them ramming into you. And I don't know how many flashbacks you get by default, but it's 3 or something you get by default, and then 1 extra one for every level of upgrade or something like that. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing, because I don't play with flashbacks. I have the button disabled, so I couldn't do a flashback even if I wanted to, because I think flashbacks are awful. But in this game, it's so unfair to you because they're so aggressive that you might have to turn flashbacks on. This is the last lap. I have a decent chance of winning it still, so which would guarantee that I win the event. I don't think I need to finish. I don't think I need to win this to finish first. I don't know who exactly these guys are. Oh, look, I got 2 rivals right behind me. See? I passed them a long time ago, and now they're right on my tail because they give them extra speed, but they're my nemesis. Their anger goes directly to the gas tank. These vehicles are combustion. They work on combustion and passion. Oh, he hit me. He hit me. That was unfair. Don't knock me out of 3rd at least. Yeah, I'm playing defensive against my rival. And I got a nemesis on my left. He's got a speed boost. He's almost right behind me now. But I'm going to finish 3rd. Will that be good enough? Dramatic pause while I take a drink. Yes! Yes, it is! Yay! I don't have to turn the difficulty down. Well, it did take me 2 attempts. I knew I could win it because I remember from last week, which was the last YouTube episode, that I didn't really try really hard at the end. I think I was chatting or something maybe. I'm looking to see if there's any chats I missed. I don't see any. I'm gonna mute a second here. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess up that mute. 3rd in the race. And how much did I win the event by? I won it by 11 points because somebody completely different came in first. I don't know this guy. See, the guy who won the race had only 6 points up till then. The guy who came in second in the race, you can tell because of the points they got in the race, he had no points up till then. So see how they like randomize who's going to win, which makes it much easier. I could win the event without actually winning any of the individual races, which is what happened. Which I think is actually a smart move to do. Try to finish third every race. You're guaranteed to come in first. Even if it's a 2-event race, if you finish third every time, I think you're guaranteed to win the event. And then they won't start you right at the very back. Although, if you finish third in the first 2 events, you will start in the very back. You have to be aggressive like they're aggressive, and you have to do it without flashbacks. Like I said, I think they expect you to use flashbacks. One of the upgrade passes, upgrading the number of flashbacks you have. Vehicle unlocked! Yay, the BMW. That might be one that I'm forced to play now. Let's see, I've been going like 35 minutes. Let me for another race. I always like take you back, and you have to go back over to the menu, go back over to semi-pro, back over to touring, because they start you at the beginning every time. Okay, now this is the next event, Heritage Super Tours Event 1. Now, I want to know what car that is, right? Now, if I hit select, and it gives me a list of cars, I'll know what it is. But it's quite possible that I might not. It might only be a particular car. And if I do event details, it doesn't tell me what car. It shows a car, but I don't recognize the car. And the fact that it shows that car makes me think, oh, maybe it is that car that I'm forced to do. Oh, and of course, I go out of event details and it takes me right back to the top. Look, I'm just checking the details for that event. I didn't say I want to go in the event, and it resets the menu all the way to the top. There's so many little annoying things about this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go into the event. I'll find out what car I have. Then I have to exit the event to see whether I can customize that car or upgrade it. The fact that I hit A meant I don't have a choice of cars. And if you have a choice of cars and you hit the A button, it'll give you a list of all your cars that you can choose from. It's possible that I could get this car, but it doesn't matter whether you have the car in your garage or not. If it's only restricted to one car, that's the car you're forced to use. Okay. And they're giving me the Nissan Skyline GTR Group A. And this is, what was it? Heritage? Something. Okay. Nissan. It's the Nissan GTR Group A. Go back here again. Go back here again. Because they don't show you the class on that screen. So I have to come back here and make sure I see the class. Okay. They are Heritage Super Tours. Okay, Heritage Super Tours. So now let's go out of this screen. Go over to Race Creator. Because this is the only way to find this out. And say I want the discipline is the correct discipline. I want Heritage... Heritage Super Tours. Was that it? No, it was Heritage. Maybe that was Heritage Super Tours. Yeah, that's got to be it. The Class A didn't mean anything. It was a touring thing. Heritage Super Tours. Yeah. Okay, so Heritage Super Tours. You pick that, and you come over and see what cars. It's the Ford and the Nissan. They're telling me I want to be in... Oh, the Group A was in the Nissan. Never mind. That name was not in the class. Okay, so... It is the Nissan Skyline GTR Group A. Now, let's come back to the garage. No, her changes. In my touring cars, do I have that car? Where could I get that car? Nissan Skyline GTR Group A. I do have that car, I think. No, I have to create the event, the tour event. Okay, and this is what I often run into, but not always. So I have to double check. Because it's not always the case that when they tell you you have a car that you have to use, that you're not eligible to use that car until you do the event without your own livery and stuff. So I have no way of doing anything. I can show height upgrades, but I can't get the upgrades because I have no miles in it. Oh, but be expected, I'm going to have 7 miles. Be expected this race to be less than 7 miles. So in order to get the stage 1 upgrades, I'm going to have to finish the event and then go do a custom event to get to finish out my 7 miles. I can almost guarantee the race is going to be like 5 miles. But I got to get these upgrades because for the second race, all the AI is going to have the level 1 upgrades. So let's get this started. Go back to the career. Oh, and guess what? Is it going to take me back to where I left off? No, of course not. So many annoying things about this game. It's really fun to play. Really fun to play. And if you're not trying to play the career mode and you're not playing the story mode, you're just playing online or you're just doing custom races, it's a great game. I recommend it. It's fun. It's a sim-cade. It's not a simulation. A little heavier on the cade than the sim, but it uses real cars, and it's fun. But if you want to play the career mode, if you want to play the story mode, you're going to have a very short game because it's only like 32 races, and you've got really obnoxious storyline. And I'm debating in my head, do I spoil the storyline? Okay, anyone that cares about the storyline, put your fingers in your ears for the next minute or so. I'll hit the continue button when I finish the storyline. You'll know I'm finishing the storyline. The storyline is you're in the small vehicle group, small company, and the main driver is you're the second driver they picked up. The main driver is a female who is the number 1 driver, and you're competing to get her approval and to be, her second driver, whatever. But then just, you turn out to be the second best driver, and but you're moving up on the list, and then somebody from the evil team that you're trying to beat ends up running her off the road. She can't drive anymore. She ends up losing a leg. You have to take over as the main driver and prove that you can finish first. And so that's how you progress through your career. But before the last race, she comes back with a prosthetic leg. takes over again. Excuse me. Comes back with a prosthetic leg after having gone through, physical therapy, but not having ever been in a car again, and comes back with a prosthetic leg, and you beat her, and the two of you together beat the big bad company to win the championship. That's it. That's the storyline, and you have to at least read the storyline. Okay, let me continue. All right, I went through the storyline, and you have to read that storyline. And it starts you off with a bunch of live action cutscenes, and you can't skip the cutscenes. I mean, you might have to watch 10 seconds or something. You can't skip the cutscenes, but you can't skip you still have to play along with the story, and they tell you what the story is when the thing is loaded. You know, even skip the cutscenes. You have to read text when the game is loading, when the level is loading. So it's a horrendous storyline. I mean, it's really the fact that they paid live actors. They obviously didn't pay the writer at all, because the story is so horrible. But they paid live actors who do a reasonable job. You know, they look like professional actors, not local club, local acting club actors from some small town. No, they look like professional actors. So they sunk a bunch of money into story mode, and I don't know if the career mode was, oh, we know we need a career mode, but they didn't really put a lot of thought into it, or whatever, and then there's weird bugs that are annoying. So, I don't know. I think this is a time trial. I didn't even look. And I'm sure I'm not going to get 7 miles in, so I'm going to have to do a custom race. Oh, somebody suggested... Oh, that's right. Harry Buster. It's boring. But Harry Buster suggested I can just do an oval to get the miles in, because the ovals are very short tracks, and then I can gauge exactly how many laps I need to do in order to... which I'm going to do... I'll do that. I'm sure I'm going to have to do that after this race. Regardless, this race is going to be... I'm in first. I think it's a time trial. Regardless, I'm going to have to end the... I'm going to have to take a break after this. If you watch it on Twitch. If you watch it on YouTube, that'll end the segment. I can't go over an hour for technical reasons as well. Well, I can go over an hour, but I have to remember to reset my party check because it expires after an hour. And as I said earlier, because of the bugs I run into with the Twitch app, I have to have a party chat on. Otherwise, the game sounds and my audio goes all wiggly. Which I didn't know for a while, and thank goodness somebody researched it while I was online and told me that's what I do, and then whispered me a link to the Discord or no, Reddit post that talks about it, and talks about how they submitted reports to both Twitch and Microsoft, and nobody did anything about it because it's bouncing back and forth between the Twitch user support and the Microsoft user support. Nobody knows who's supposed to fix it because you run into this thing when there's two different like developing teams and you don't know whose bug it is, and so it's hard to research bugs, and so Twitch says, well, our end is fine, and Xbox team says, well, our end is fine, and so getting the two to get together and actually fix the bug is a low priority for both of them. That's what you get. I don't know how it is on PlayStation, whether the new version of the Twitch app on PlayStation also has that problem. I know a lot of features were taken away from the old Twitch app on Xbox. Okay, let's see how many miles I got. Yeah, I'm completely ignoring my sponsor at this point, because like I said, that's a little buggy. It's gonna come up and tell me. Yeah, I don't care about the XP. I want to see the mileage. Oh, it didn't tell me. Mileage till next upgrade. I'll have to look the car up. I've got the car now. Oh, I know it's probably 0 because I had to drive a rental because they wouldn't give me the car. Wait, do I have a multiple race? I didn't check that out. No, it was only a one race event. No, it is a multi-race event. All right. I'll do the race. I thought it was a time trial. I'm gonna start me at the back. I did reset the party chat in the middle. Oh, Saturdays, it's just... The last time I played on Saturday, the last racing game I played, which is when I streamed them on Saturdays, was TTL Man 3. And, love the game as far as the beauty of it. Motorcycle racing game, actually on the TTL Man. It's a gorgeous game, very fun to play. Handling is good, everything is great. And a lot of people that I've talked to that like motorcycle racing games, they said, oh yeah, this is my favorite game. Handles and everything much better than TTL Man 2. It's great. But then I asked those people, so do you play career mode? No, I only play the, I only do time trials and stuff. Well, I'm not going to do time trials for the entire YouTube series, so I did the career mode. I set myself up for 10 seasons. The game is, how do you say, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, a gazillion times harder than TTL Man 2. TTL Man 2 at a medium difficulty, I could compete. At the lowest difficulty, I could win. Maybe not every race, because it is a fairly difficult game, but most races, enough that I could qualify for the final race. I get to play in the final race every time. I played the heck out of TTL Man 2. Well, TTL Man 3, it has 71 difficulty levels, and from 30 to 100, why that number? I don't know why it doesn't go down to 0. I don't know. 30 to 100 difficulty level. At the lowest difficulty level, I could not come close. I mean, I'm not talking about not just finishing last every time. I finished last by, the TTL Man race is like, I don't know how many miles long, how many kilometers long. Very, very long loop, and I'm surprised I didn't get lapped. That's how far behind I was. I was really, really ridiculously far behind. I shouldn't be getting past. I did finish first, but I can't afford to finish 20th. Can't rest on my laurels. And I can't upgrade the car I'm using. So I gotta kind of focus here. And not spend my time just complaining. Oh, see, that would have been a great time for a rewind. Anyway, last game was more frustrating than this game. Last game was not fun to play against the AI. This game is fun to play against the AI. It's just other nonsenses that they programmed in. That you would think, I don't know what their playtest group was other than in-house developers. Okay, I got one more lap to finish. I gotta finish at least in the top half. I'm thinking if I finish 5th or better, I'll probably win it. And I think it was only a 2-event race. I don't know, it might be a 3-event race. If it's a 3-event race, I'll have to end the episode in the middle of the event, which I hate to do. When I say episode, yeah, I had a rival, and look at what he did. Look at what he did to me. I'm gonna have to start this over again. I got a rival, not because of anything on my own. This is the last race. I got no chance. I have no chance. I'm going to finish it out just to get credit for the miles. As long as I finish it, I'll get credit for the miles. I'm still going to have to do a custom race, I think. Although I might get 7 miles. But I can't upgrade it. Because I don't own it. Oh, maybe I will own it after. No, I think I have to meet the criteria before I own it. I don't know what the criteria is. If I have to finish 5th or better, or 1st or better, or what. Yeah, that was not me. That was clearly the guy hitting me from behind. He was a nemesis, not a rival. He was a nemesis. I saw he was red. Not sure why he was a nemesis. I might have hit him. He might have hit me. But either way, they give them more speed when they're a nemesis. So it doesn't matter how many times you pass them. They'll be right on your tail. Did I do it? I did it! What did I finish? 12? A first place in the 12th place was enough. Unless there's another race. No, it says I met the objective. So we'll check and see. I am going to have to... I'm not going to get credit for the 7 miles. I'm going to have to get 7 miles. Event, first place. Look at that. 0 points, but I still got 25 because the guy behind me also got 0 and 25, and apparently I win by tie brace. Yeah, he finished. The guy who finished first in the second race got no points in the first race. You have to finish in the top 12 to get points. Look at the race. Oh, it's not going to tell me here. I just have to figure it out. Because it's sorting, not sorting by race points. Okay, this is the race. So how many are not 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's the top 10. Yeah, you have to be in the top 10 to get any points. All right. Well, that's going to do it. I'll finish this out, and then I'm going to take a break. And then I get to come back. I'll have access to the vehicle. I can buy the upgrades. Yeah, I unlocked the vehicle. How about that? But I'm going to take a break here. I will quickly look at the careers, verify that I am going to need to upgrade this car. How many events are there? Oh yeah, this is level 1 upgrades, level 2 upgrades, and then fully upgrades, level 3 upgrades. I'm taking... Oh, this is fully upgraded also. So yes, I definitely need at least level 1 upgrades so that I can afford to get the level 2 upgrades. And if we look at my vehicle, which is the one I just got, you will see I have 0 miles. I don't have 7 miles, so I have to do a pickup race. And there is no level 3 upgrades that count. More rage crafts, so yeah. But I need level 1 upgrades for the next one. So I'm gonna take a break here on Twitch. When I come back, I will do a custom race. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekend at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Keep in mind, I can't remember what week this is going out, but the U.S. goes to Daylight Savings Time later than... It's either a week or 2 weeks later than the rest of the world goes to Standard Time. It stays on Daylight Savings Time a couple weeks longer. So, yeah, that's going to affect things. So make sure if you want to know what time it is, it's 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is Iowa time. So say time in Iowa. I do not live in Iowa, but Iowa is the easiest thing to type. So adjust accordingly. Alright, folks. Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. Either way, thanks for watching, and I will see you then.